Last year, one team was so inspired by the top 25 banners on display, they set their sights on being one of those teams. To tell us how they met and surpassed their relay's goal, let's welcome Amy Benison, the Hunters Creek Relay Event Chair.
Thank you. At Summit, I am only 60 days from my event, as we have one of the fall events here in Florida. Being a very goal-driven and competitive person, at last year's Summit, I watched the top 25 reveal and was determined to get my relay there. As I took the role of event chair, our event had raised over $135,000 the previous year and exceeded goal. I knew I had to keep that momentum going. I immediately began by putting the right people in the right roles. Having lived and worked in the Hunters Creek community for more than 10 years, I knew a lot of people, and I asked them personally to be a part of our event. We had ended the previous year on such a high, there were actually people coming to me asking to join the committee. One of them being my operations chair, Cindy. She had been thrown into a team captain role the year before and loved it so much she wanted to be more involved. She agreed to be my operations chair, and the two of us were a great team focused on a huge goal. Our goal with the ACS was set at $140,000. But I remember at one of our early committee meetings telling my team that I wanted to be the one to bring Hunters Creek into the top 25. It was our event's 8th year, and I was determined we could do it. I had asked my staff partner right after Summit to research the top 25 events and give me their numbers. Based on these numbers, I shared with my committee what I call the Amy goal of $200,000. Some people thought I was crazy. After all, our goal with ACS was set at $140,000, but I continued to encourage my committee and teams at every team party and through constant email communications. I challenged all of my committee members to achieve Star Supporter. Many of us, including myself, had done it before, but I thought what a great example we would be if we were all on stage wearing the Star Supporter shirt. We had a history of going into our event at goal, and this year was no different. We held team parties at various locations to keep it both fun and informative. We let top teams share success to inspire others, especially our new teams. We partnered all first-year teams with a mentor to help them get acquainted with relay. We live in a great community privately run by a community association. We had always had their involvement and support, but this year I asked the recreation manager to be on my committee as logistics chair. This made things run even more smoothly. All of these things definitely contributed to our success, but most importantly, I challenged our teams to think outside the box with fundraisers. We had teams that had done things like luncheons and Caps for a Cure, poker runs, dog walks, spirit nights, etc. But we spent time focusing on these fundraisers at every team party. We gave teams the time to share in detail what they were doing to raise money before the event even began. I also asked my committee to attend as many of these events as possible to show their support and our support overall. Our goal was to have at least one committee member at each and every fundraiser. We made time to recognize and reward the success at all team parties. This created an excitement and drive in people that was contagious. I had teams calling and emailing me to ask me about new fundraisers, and the ideas they came up with were unbelievable. It was amazing to see the enthusiasm every time we got together as a group. We had our first-year team do a weekend fundraiser at our local Publix. They raised over $1,500 just asking people for donations and support. In 8 years, no team had done this. They definitely inspired others, but it didn't stop there. They say teams are the success of relay, and I have to agree. And driven teams who have fun planning fundraisers all year long are even better. Once again, we entered our event at the ACS goal, but we still had the Amy goal to achieve. On-site activities and fundraisers raised more than ever. Our entertainment committee took a small talent contest that we call Relay's Got Talent and turned it into a $3,000 fundraiser. It also brought people to our event that wouldn't have been there otherwise. This community is determined to make a difference. After 21 hours, and yes, I said 21 hours, a few years ago we extended from 18 to 21 hours. It's symbolic of our community's commitment to this fight. In the end, we had 28 star supporters, 2 teams that raised over $30,000 each, and an event total of $201,000. Not only did we reach our goal and my goal of being in the top 25, but behind me is a banner showing us at number 10. Yeah. Today I stand before you once again with 60 days to my relay. There are so many fundraisers happening in the weeks coming up to our event that I can't even name them all. I have again challenged my team to the Amy goal, and this year, at the request of my team captains, have also added a star supporter goal of 35. So I invite you to challenge yourself to dream big, and feel free to visit us on November 10th at Relay for Life of Hunters Creek. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy, for sharing that insight, and congratulations. Team development is crucial to the success